Terrell, that thumbnail I sent you. You ever seen that movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you think? Did it fit? Did it fit what we talking about today?
I guess so, in a way. Yeah, definitely.
So guess so. Maybe what? What you think?
I guess because it's not really a popular movie. The movie was kind of like a day and a night. You know what I'm saying? It was very quick. So I don't think everybody would have probably got the concept of the movie. That's all I would say.
Oh, DJ Smoke, Will, what up? So let me show y'all this, right? Because we talk about generational curses. We hear the verbiage, right? But I don't know if we articulate it out to say what is and is not a generational curse. How do we exacerbate them or how do we quell them, right? So I don't know if we ever even conversed about what they actually are. But let me just show y'all this real quick. This trailer may cover the synopsis on the movie, but it may not. Let's see. Man, that movie was good. Yeah, definitely. It's been out for a few years, but definitely, if you have an opportunity, go view it. It's on Netflix. Um, what you see is he essentially duplicates a lot of his father's bad behaviors or poor behaviors, and mimics them, even though he says he's gonna reject them, even though his mom says that he's gonna reject them. He seemingly perpetrates the exact same things. And if you notice in that one scene, he had on the blues just like his father had on the blues, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and all that his father wanted from for him, his father was unable to achieve, and he had a son, right, that he was excited about. And what steps did he take to provide for that son? Right. I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but
We on Twitch?
mhm. but I want y'all to watch the movie, right? Because it popped in my head as soon as Sherelle sent me this topic regarding generational curses. So I'm turning the bounties on right away because this conversation is suited for who it's suited for, right? If people come up here and you know what I mean, they can't conduct the conversation, kick their ass off. All right. So generational curses first and foremost, man. You sent me this topic. Give me the breakdown. What are generational curses?
Okay, so generational curses are just patterns that are negative that follow you through a bloodline, right? In the black community, the ones that plague us the most would be like financial, right? Black people have bad credit. It's a running joke. It's like a, you know what I'm saying? Like we have bad credit, we have bad financial situations. Um, the baby mama epidemic, right? We have children out of wedlock. We create broken families, create broken homes. Substance abuse, right? Whether it be drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, weed, whatever it is, we're typically depicted as we have these substance abuse issues. Another thing is kind of like what y'all talked about yesterday. Within the black community, we have predators in our neighborhoods, in our family. It's like a hush hush thing, but it's big to where we have adults who violate children. Um, these are like some of the major components of the generational curses that plague us in the black community. Um, and then we grow up and we kind of point the finger. And I think as kids, a lot of times we go the wrong way because everything that we see is everything that we feel like we are. The other day, when I was telling Fantastic, a lot of times we have to check the messaging. So if women are having children, not as teenagers, and we're pushing it to 25, if we are having less children out of wedlock, let that stat be corrected so that you can understand that these little girls need to know that there are women out here trying to change the image, that our women are actually doing something, that we actually can be more. Because when you go out into the world and this is all that you see, you'll start to believe this is all that there is, right? But I think a lot of times the way that we move is because the generational curses that plague us. And a lot of times we say, yeah, I'm going to be better than my mom because we'll start to build resentment or hatred for our parents, our elders around us for not being able to teach us the way. And we're going to say we'll be better than them. But just like him, just like the boy, do you have a plan on how to be better? Are you researching how they even ended up that way? Because if you don't have a plan to be better, you ain't going to lead nobody to where you don't go. You're not going to teach nobody what you don't know. And you're going to fall victim to the same traps because you're not actually having a plan or having a conversation with the person about how can we avoid this or clear this up. You're feeling in this judgment spot like I'm never going to be broke. I'm never going to da da da. I'm never, and you end up in the same circumstances. So it's just like that time when we start talking about these generational curses, because when we do become better than it, it's automatically offensive. You know how offensive it is for a black woman on the internet to be happy that she's not a baby mama? She gets attacked in the comments. A black woman on TikTok said her favorite thing in life, no matter what she been through, was to be skinny. She got attacked all over TikTok. It attacked her for saying she was happy she was skinny.
Who
Uh,
attacked her?
all the other fat TikTokers.
What are they
Because it
saying?
felt like she was trying to body shame black women.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Like, black women are, what this stat is saying is that we're the most overweight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is another pretty much generational curse. Our eating habits, right? The food that we eat, the lifestyles that we live are very unhealthy. And the number one cause of both of us passing away, the women and the men, is food. It's health related, right?
Okay.
That's the biggest causes, right? So she got on the internet and she decided to say, well, my favorite thing to be in life is skinny. And they were going crazy, like, oh, you think you all of this because you're skinny? It was like a full-on attack just because she said she was skinny. If a woman is online saying, I made it to 30 and I'm nobody's baby mama, she's gonna be getting attacked in the comments like, oh, da, 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 da. It's if you stand tall, you know what I'm saying? I get on people's nerves when I say, I grew up with a father. And y'all don't even know y'all daddies. And you can't flex like that even though you beat the generational curse. You can't be like, I don't abuse no substances. I ain't knowing nothing. I ain't never even smoked weed. Like, when you talk like that, you make other people feel uncomfortable because they fell victim to the curses that plague us.
Okay.
They,
So what? Okay. So she was attacked for happy that she was thin.
yeah.
Was she fat before or something?
No, she's always been skinny.
She's like, thank God I'm thin.
Yeah, she's like, my favorite thing in the world to be is skinny.
Okay. Was she throwing shots?
No, I just think that she was just happy being skinny.
Oh, but what I don't understand that though. So is it? I guess it is similar to like a bodybuilder or something, like going on Instagram and saying, "Hey, do this, do these, do that," to
No,
get
she's
like the.
not even. She's just skinny. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's not like a bodybuilder. She's not a
She's
fitness
like, "Thank
coach.
God for my genetics."
She's just like, life is so hard, but it would be harder if I was fat. She's like, I'm just happy I'm skinny. She's like, my favorite thing to be in life is skinny.
Okay, but how do I tie what? So what's the generational curse aspect of her getting body shamed by fat people?
No, this is the thing. The generational curse is that we're overweight and we're unhealthy, right? So
Is
what
it
I'm
true?
saying is, yeah, it is true.
So, so okay, so.
So what I'm saying is, when people
Mm-hmm.
are proud to break a generational curse, they get attacked for it.
Okay,
So
but she
like
don't.
like it's the same way of a woman saying, I made it to 30 and I'm not a baby mama. Or a woman
Mhm.
saying, I'm not a baby mama. She's going to get attacked for it.
Okay. Now, what is okay? All right, I see. So if you defeat a generational curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you defeat a generational curse, you're shamed for it.
Yeah. Even with rich people, right? When rich people make it, they kind of get shamed. You a sellout. Money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? People find a way to justify their inadequacy.
Okay.
Or they black tax you and feel like you owe them.
So what is the crux of our issue then, right? When people win, are we saying stop winning, don't win, keep it to yourself? Does it benefit others for me to exclaim from the mountaintops that I've defeated a thing that plagues us?
That would be the question.
Yeah.
I
Because,
don't think that it benefits the people who are plagued by it and who aren't beating it. But I do think that people should, like, when people beat generational curses, I think they should scream it from the mountaintops, because people with a negative message, they got every TV show, radio station, sound wave to get up and spew a bunch of negative shit and continue the generational curses. So when you're the generational curse breaker, yeah, get on top of the mountains with a damn bullhorn and do it, because even if it ruffles the feathers of the people who are swimming in the negativity, you're inspiring the next generation to understand that it is possible to change this.
well, I don't hear it as much. So now that you're articulating it out to me, that wasn't inspirational, right? So what she said was, "I'm so glad I'm skinny just by being born this way," right? Who is that inspiring, right? Essentially. Now, also when we hear like let's use the tangible example. When you say I got a daddy, it's in response to motherfuckers not having daddies. It's in response to something that's negative. I don't When you say it, I don't know if you're trying to be helpful to a conversation, but usually when you say that, you're separating yourself from others.
Yeah, because it's so big. Of course, because when you get on
Mm-hmm.
here, the trope is
Mm-hmm.
uh black bitches is broke. Y'all don't know y'all daddies, and y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all baby mamas, y'all this and y'all that. So yeah, when everything you send my way, all the knives you send, all the shots you throw, they ain't. I'm like Neo in the Matrix on y'all. Hell yeah, that should be something to be proud of. If
Okay.
you're beating the negative stereotypes of what's plaguing your community, why shouldn't you be proud of that?
Yeah, I think proud is one thing. So, like, and as an example, right? When we're looking at systemic oppressions, as an
Mm-hmm.
example, right, and what Black people are fall victim to, not just by coincidentally, right, by
Mm-hmm.
circumstance, by happenstance, right. There's different
Mm-hmm.
things that I think that Black people have been subjected to on purpose to cause us to err, right. So, then if I'm discussing that, right, I will say at that juncture, wait. Okay, you can say that to him where, okay, he didn't have a father, right? He come from, poverty, right? And then you could say, oh, woe is me, why you complaining, right? But then I'll say, no. I grew up with my dad. You know what I'm saying? My father was a very hard worker, right? You know, they helped me succeed, but I can still see how those things affect Black people.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
see?
yeah, it's not when
So,
you don't
but
get it.
but
Yeah.
I'll say you can't use that on me. You can't use that I don't have a dad, so I don't see it this way. I'm saying I have a father, but I still see what they saying. You see,
Mm-hmm.
like, so is it how it's leveraged the reason why it's kind of pushed back against or dismissed?
Yeah, but even let's say even if you're not the one with the dad, people who beat the odds
Yeah.
should be loud, because what I'm saying is a lot of times I think the oppression, the systemic oppression, puts you in the mindset that nobody can beat these odds. There is no way out of this. You're trapped. We're crabs in a barrel, right? That's what we're gonna keep convincing ourselves, right? But if we can build a blueprint to knock this shit over, to get up out the barrel, eat the barrel, get out the barrel. It's not about, we can't keep teaching one crab get out the barrel. We gotta teach. We gonna knock it over.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, right? When we conversing about this is interesting. Here's what I'm going to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? It may be even devil's advocate, but I'm not sure, right? Because I'm thinking through it totally. When I hear, and I'm just using you because you're right here, right? But plenty of people do
Mm-hmm.
this shit, right? I got it, daddy. I don't know about them hoes. It's like the crab who's standing on top of the barrel, and then that motherfucker pulled the ladder up.
Yeah, you have those people too, which
You,
I think is a.
you.
I'm not like that.
Well, I'm saying on that specific commentary when it's I got a dad. So them hoes that don't got a dad, you
No, but I'm
talking to
not
them.
talking about the people. I'm mostly
Right.
responding to people trying to make it, trying to already box me in to something that I'm not boxed into.
Hmm. Okay. So you
So
make the
you know what I'm saying?
distinction.
Like my response is most likely to the, oh, Shaniqua, I'm sure you didn't grow up with a dad. How many
Hmm.
baby daddies do you have? Do you see what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah,
my
no,
response
100%.
is more
But
to.
so like this, right? let's say they say men ain't X, men ain't Y, men do this, men do that, men got right. The majority of the time, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I will answer based on what they say and men say or men do. You know,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna separate myself, right? Because if I move myself, then I don't even need to be a part of that conversation because it ain't my life. But if I can understand it, then I can converse. And if I don't separate myself, it still gives me the credibility to stand there with those men and either say, well, hey, it's not just me. There's plenty of women in or men in this group that you're perceiving as such, but what's actual is that they're not having babies, right? Like you
Mhm.
said, it's fantastic. They having kids at later ages, you know, the marriage rate is up, you know. So that's how I see it. When I remove myself, then it's like I'm leaving everybody hanging. How do
Yeah.
I help generational curses at that juncture?
Well, you even it's just a separation thing as well, right? If I mean, you can't also be the person that say everybody can't come, because anybody that's a generational curse breaker has to understand, like, which that's what it is too. Like when you're teaching somebody that they have to break generational curses, you actually have to let them know what also comes along with that, because there's going to be a lot of isolation and separation.
Why?
It's going to be a lot because the way that your ideology is, or the way that you want to think, move, and feel, the people around you who don't have any interest in moving along the way that you're moving is going to be friction.
Okay, so what at what time? When do
You
you
it,
take
it'll
the
it'll be so easy for you to just be like, if you sit around a bunch of baby mamas and say you're not having no kids out of wedlock, they're
Mhm.
gonna ostracize you. Them girls
Okay.
don't want to hang out with you because you think you better than them.
But if you move too quickly, can you save anybody?
If you move too quickly, can you save anybody?
Yeah. So to be ostracized, right, is
Hmm.
my would be my goal. You see? So what I mean by that is ostracized mean that people say, get the fuck out of here, right?
Hmm.
But if I isolate myself, right, I did that on purpose. Like I separated too early, you see? Like at the very least, if I stay amongst the people and try to say, hey, I benefited, you see the language? I benefited from doing X. I think you can too.
Right, and
If
I
they
don't and I
tired
don't
of
think
hearing me
people.
talk, but they tired of hearing me talk and they say, oh, get the fuck, I'm all right, cool. But at least I try. You
Yeah,
feel
you
me?
but
Like,
because that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. What comes along with it
mhm.
is you're going to be ostracized, which means, yeah, everybody starts off thinking they can save everybody. Everybody gets a little money and think, oh, my whole family about to be on, and you don't even understand that if they don't have the same mindset as you, they're not going to be on, because they're going to be on the bullshit that they're on. You see what I'm saying? You can't think that you got this work ethic and you can take your brother who on rocks and be like, "Yay, I got this business out." He's a
but
rock.
but but
He smoke
but
rocks.
but Sherelle, and I like because we ain't even talking about curses specifically. We're talking about the idea of people and their mindset and moving them
Hmm.
forward, right? So if that be the case, right? Everybody can't go. We both understand that very clearly, right?
Hmm.
But it has to be a certain amount, you know? And so my concern is that it'll forever be generational if we don't get enough people to do quote unquote the right thing,
Right. I
you know?
think that's where we need to explore more,
Yeah.
because it's certain people, the ones that they don't even want to go.
Damn. Who the fuck are them niggas?
That's the people that just they don't want to go, and they have so much influence on people who want to go. You
Break.
know?
What you mean? Who? So the people who are doing. So who has the most influence?
Okay,
The
like this,
person.
right? Like women. Like this, what I don't like about hoes. Like hoes could be hoes, and they gotta pop pills just to go through their day. They snort and coke to have a good mood because they let so many people in their body, they traumatized, but they'll pass that message to their daughters. Fuck these
Mm,
niggas get money. They'll pass it to the young girls around them. Fuck these
mm-hmm.
niggas get money.
Okay. Let me
The the,
ask you.
the, the, the
Right.
niggas on the block, the crash out niggas on the block, old head niggas that got 3 strikes. You know
Mm-hmm.
what they gonna do? They get fall partners. You know what a fall partner is? They get the
Mm-hmm.
young bulls who ain't got no record, and they gonna tell them, "Hey, get this money. Fuck going to school." And that's not it. What I'm saying, I'm talking about the marginalized group of ones who are affecting it. I'm just front this pack. Just run this up the street for me. They'll get you in the game. The people who doing the negative stuff, they recruiting more than the people that's doing the positive shit. Them niggas be recruiting. People will recruit you into some dumb shit faster than they recruit you for the military.
Well, but Sherelle, you see that's true. But you see, that's where it gives me cause for pause, right? Because what you're saying essentially, right, is like them motherfuckers stay recruiting, and the people who are doing better, like, you know, do people are people reaching back? Are people trying to influence? You know,
And I feel like that's a problem. I think that the people who are doing better and doing positive need to be produced, like they need to be recruiting just as much. I think that the problem with good people is they never on a job. Good people, they just being good, and then they just being good. You know what I'm saying? They want to be understanding, but bad people, evil people, they always working.
all right. So let's
Overtime.
do it. Let's do this. First and foremost, right? Let's talk about it. Okay. What are the generational curses? You know, kids being influenced by outside pressures will happen, right? But hold on, I got a couple new people. Ali, what up? Thanos, what up? Grape Tea, what up? Tommy, what up? I think I was intelligent Neanderthal. What up? Rose, what up? Alibaba, salute. Miss Jillian, the building. Make sure I say what up, Miss Jillian in the chat. What up, Truth? All right, so let's talk about this, right? And not under the same vein, but this one seems to matter the most to me. You know, do you think, right? And I'm gonna use some old adages, right? Old talking points, right? I just want to understand your baseline. Feel me? Do women control access? And I apologize. Do women control access to sex?
Yeah.
Do men want sex more than they want to live? Damn near.
Definitely.
Do you think that if women close their legs and say you got to marry me, men would get married? If majority of women did.
Yeah.
Okay, right. And we understand we're speaking in a perfect world scenario, right? So now you have a lot of kids being born out broken homes, right? Without their fathers in their life. And definitely outside of marriage. But we understand, right? As people are assessing marriage, we're looking at the pros and cons. I think both men and women, and they're saying we can do this in a different way under the eyes of the Most High God without including the government, you know? Because even when you break down the out of wedlock marriage stat, so out of that 70%, it's 53% that don't have a father figure, just based on, the surveys, right? You've seen that before, so that stat, it is what it is, Now, if men have that imperative that, yo, I gotta get some cheeks, and she say you get some cheeks if you be with me, lockstep, right? Because is it a generational curse for kids to be born outside of the homes of their fathers, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what about that curse? Do you think that your not your counterparts, but the women around you are understanding how very important it is for that child to have their father?
They don't.
Have you seen Go ahead. Talk your shit.
No. Oh, no, they don't. They think it's normal. They literally say your daddy don't matter. Daddy side of the family don't matter. Your mama gonna always be here. It's mama's babies, daddy's maybe. They have a full understanding that it is normal for a man to get up and leave and walk away. That a man is not going to be with his child day to day. You will be happy for whatever he feel like doing, what he's gonna do, but mama gonna show up. That's how they feel. That is normal. That is what I hear from baby mamas.
And
That
that's
there is no expectation for no man to just stay around.